Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, March 22nd, and we're going to try and solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle constructed by Katie Hoodie, which is a cool name. I like it. I don't think I've seen that one here in the byline before, so hopefully Katie's good to us on this Saturday. It's Saturday, though, so we are expecting and hoping for it to be pretty challenging and to allow us to get to a 97-day streak, which is our goal. Yeah, not a whole lot to report. It's snowing again, and feels like a good morning to solve a crossword. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Just a heads up, they've updated their terms. Make sure you read those inside and out. Yeah, not too much going on. I did a live solve yesterday. That was great. You guys loved it. And I went out with a couple friends last night, had a chicken parmesan at a nice Italian joint, and now it's Saturday, and I'm debating whether or not to go skiing, battle the crowds, but we'll see. In the meantime, let's see how this grid treats us. So let's do it. Style of Duchamp's so-called ready-mades. Overlook. Overlook. Very broad. Voted for. Voted for. Something blue. Original team color of the Chelsea Football Club. Like navy blue. This could be a tough one. Royal adversary. Royal adversary. Accident reminders are scars. Got a couple of those. Not as random as it seems. Elevated as a ballet movement. Is that on toe? I think that's on toe, right? A long-lived being in Buddhist cosmology. No idea. Dish sometimes serves with lomi lomi salmon. Is that poi? But that's poi. But I'm a little bit concerned about this one. This is shaping up to be pretty tough. Thank you very much, Katie Hoodie. Telepathic connections. Mind something. Ashanti Anderson's, I bet this is Ode to Black Skin. Realist painter Carrington. A lot of tough trivia so far. I don't know who that artist is, so. Set units are reps, like in a gym. Modern initialism for black dialect. On the topic of Colors rapper. I think that's Ice-T, right? Never actually seen Colors. Probably won't. It seems like I missed my window. Here we go again. Classic Langston Hughes poem quoted on the wall of the National Museum of African American History and Culture. I want to say I too, but I don't know where I came up with that. But again, more tough trivia. Enough. Cut it out. Stop already. Something like that. Like the Muddy Waters album at Newport, 1960. What? I feel like this is kind of more trivia here. Like the Muddy Waters album at live is the answer. Like the Muddy Waters album at Newport 1960 is a live album. Excellent, average, or bad, depending on the context. Interesting. Ornate water heater. The Wildcats of the Big 12. That's Kansas State, I believe. Massive hockey arena in St. Petersburg, Russia. No idea. PC discourse. I don't know. Pop. Dad. Company that owns Words with Friends. think that's Zenga. Is that right? Plot device in some suspense thrillers. English actress Bamber, another tough trivia one. Cream alternative. That's probably just milk, right? Angled for attention. Is that a fishing clue? Angled. Collection in an herbarium, say. I mean, I want to say herbs, but that doesn't seem right. This is unreal. Fake. Oh boy. Also, this is wrong. So milk. That's going to be an IRA. This is unreal. I don't know, man. Bird whose diet includes berries that grow on lava. I feel like that might be a nene, because that's the state bird of Hawaii, and that seems like the most likely place for them to be eating off of lava. So 5 minutes first pass, like not terribly long, but man, we got a lot of white space here, and if this doesn't take shape for me with the downs, we could be in some trouble. But let's move. Style influenced by Cubism. I'm going to say this is Deco, which I wouldn't have thought, but it seems like that fits very well there. Volumes a ton. Stay still. Don't move a muscle. Right? Duchamp, this must be Dadaism. Something of bourbon. Antoinette. Eaton Blue, yeah. Antoinette, I bet. I've never heard of Antoinette of Bourbon. She sounds like she liked to party. That's cool. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be the right answer there. Car scene in the opening scene of Dazed and Confused. GTO. Shoemaker's Tool. Is that an all? Probably. The Ballad of Reading Gale. Show obeisance. Like what? They protect some software purchases. User. I don't know. I got encouraged with this corner over here. That filled it nicely, but a lot of work to do. Snicker bit. I feel like this is like tee-hee, like he or something. Snicker bit. I don't think it's part of the candy bar Snickers, is it? Prelude to Good News. Rose. Australian actress Davis. I had no idea. What is this? It's not as random as it seems. Control something. The Aces of AAA baseball. I feel like it's got to be Control. And GTO, right? Royal Adversary. Control. It's not as random as it seems. Control subject. The Aces of AAA baseball. Is that the Reds? Is it asking me for their major league counterpart? Telepathic connection. This feels like mind something. The Aces of AAA baseball. Reno, I bet, is the answer. Again, I don't know anything about the Reno Aces, but that seems like it fits. Early Netflix offering. Well, that was like a DVD rental. That's something that, if you describe that to someone now, would seem insane. It just really wasn't very long ago that they would mail you DVDs. That's crazy. Um, what is this? Mind melds? I feel like that was a thing Spock did, right? On Star Trek. Annual Atlanta gathering of sci-fi / gaming fans. One of La Familia is Madre, the mother. Bebe's breakfast. Bebe's breakfast. Per is each. This is Leonora Carrington. That actually sounds familiar. Sci-fi gaming fans in Atlanta. Initialism for black dialect. What is this Bebe's breakfast? Is it lait, milk, in French? AAVE. I don't love that answer. The magic in some mushrooms is psilocybin. I have no idea how to spell that, but that is the answer. That's the psychoactive ingredient in magic mushrooms. Psilocybin. Configuration of locks. Those are dews, like your hair. Wife of Mikhail Gorbachev. Ooh, I want to say this is Raisa, R-A-I. Raisa. That's grown, that works. This is addressing on the topic of. A cosmic explosion is the nova, as in supernova, as in Champagne Supernova, the Oasis song. Classic Langston Hughes poem. Concert ending. Is that concert goer? Oh, maybe this is I2. Because is that a Y there? I feel like there's a Y in there somewhere, but I'm going to go with that because I think I2, that was my first thought, so I'm going to stick with it. What is this? That does it. So I'm going to say this must be lay. Milk. Links in a certain chain. Oh, excellent, average, or bad is mean. What is this? Dragon con. Links in a certain chain. Oh, this is a samovar. A lot of tough fill in this one. I feel like this is really unusually tough. Way out fun. Way out fun. They come with strings attached. Cry before a shot. Is that like salute or skull? Like a shot of liquor? Maybe. Pentagon quintet. Is that sides or edges? Fix up, is that like patch up? I'm going to say this is sham. I think this is either sides or edges. Cream. Oh yeah, and ecru. Sides. Edges. Yeah, and then this is probably dada edges. I'm going edges. This is massive. Is this Ice Palace? It's in a certain chain. Oh no, because this is daisies. Daisy chain. So I'm going to say this is Ice Palace. And that must make this Dragon Con, right? Way out fun. So this is still edges because soda pop, right? Plot device in some suspense thrillers. 2023 Pulitzer Prize winning biography of J. Edgar Hoover. Is that G-Man? Which is what they called FBI guys, right? G-Man. Up to something. You might sit for one. Is that a pick? Close-lipped is mum. Alright, so definitely much better after those downs. Still got some work to do, and this won't be a quick solve, but I feel like we're making some good progress. So, overlook, is that gaze? What would this be, though? What? That would mean I would need a poet starting with Z. Gaze. I don't really know what obeisance. Voted for. A royal adversary. Twin. Twin is all I can think of. Is this kneel? Overlook, like talk. This is going to be kneel. And this will be twin. That's random. Controlled burn? No. But yeah, and Wilde, Oscar Wilde. I don't overlook as gawk. I don't love that. But I feel like those crossers work pretty well. Not as random as it seemed. Controlled test. Long-lived being in Buddhist cosmology. Is this as far as wrong? I feel like this is like CD cases and diva. Controlled chaos, maybe. That feels possible. What we got here? Voted for. Voted for. Oh, so this might be ha, right? Ancient. Oh, accident reminders. Like, on a positive note, I feel like I'm all over the place here. Voted for, chose, boom, and accident reminders. Oh, this is dense, right? Not stood, SE. Okay. All right. Well, we got the top of the puzzle filled in. That's pretty good. A PC discourse. Company that owns Words with Friends. So, I mean, so this is Zynga, right? No, because Silo. What? I'm so confused. I'm sure that's Zynga. And Way Out Fun seems like Maze, right? Oh, and this is a ticking time bomb. Up to something is able. Angle for tension, italic, yep. English actress Bamber, I have no idea. Collection in an herbarium, say. Zynga? Is it Zynga? Kites have strings attached. Cry before a shot. Like, what is PC discourse? Collection in herbarium. Is that seeds? Let's sit for one. Might sit for one. Kid? Oh, like babysit. And seeds and cry before a shot, like smile, okay. 1907, pretty good. I feel like that was a really tough puzzle, and there was a lot of unusual fill, and even some stuff that I knew the answer was psilocybin. That was really hard to spell that right. Psilocybin, samovar, Leonora, control chaos, like ice palace, lots of interesting, unusual fill. So well done, Katie Hoodie, for keeping things spicy on a Saturday. This was really tough, and I was pretty sure I was not going to complete this puzzle, but instead we did, and we got to a 97-day streak. So let's have a look and see what was good. Style of Duchamp's so-called ready-mades, Dada, as in Dadaism. To gawk is to overlook. I mean, I guess if you're gawking at something, you are looking at it. So, yep. Voted for chose, eaten blue, should have figured that out. A royal adversary is a twin. I don't really get that. Does that mean, like, if you're, like, because the non-heir would kill the heir to become the king or something? Or is it a bed clue? Royal adversary, like, there's kings and queens, but then twins? I don't know. Didn't get it, but got it. Dense are accident reminders. Controlled chaos, not as random as it seems. I like that. I also like that it's paired with ticking time bomb. I feel like those are really kind of go sort of hand in hand. Like a time bomb that wasn't ticking would just go off randomly, right? But a ticking time bomb is more like controlled chaos, maybe. Onto Diva is a long-lived being in Buddhist cosmology. Not a big fan of that one. Didn't. That's just fortunate that the crossers helped me out. Poi mind melds. Ashanti Anderson's Ode to Black Skin. This is the type of trivia clue that I do like because I don't know who that person is. I've never heard of that poem, but that three-letter word just screamed ode. That just jumped right off the page. So. Leonora Carrington, I am sure that I've heard of this person, but I couldn't say what she's done, other than some surrealist paintings. Reps AAVE is... So this is the African American Vernacular Encyclopedia or something. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just kind of taking a stab at it. But I'm guessing it's something along those lines. Really tough section here. Leonora, AAVE. We've got this nice French word, and we've got iced tea. Great. It's tough little region. On the topic of addressing iced tea, grown, I too. It's a good reminder to go with my gut, because my gut said I too, and there it was. That does it. Live, pardon me, Muddy Waters at Newport 1960. Mean, Samovar. I think if you showed me a whole bunch of water heaters and said which one's the Samovar, I would struggle. Kansas State, Wildcats, Ice Palace. Very cool name. This reminds me of Ben Wyatt from Parks and Recreation. Ice Town, I think, right? Ice Town, Ice Clown. He built an entire town centered around ice skating. IMs are PC discourse, instant messages, of course. Soda, Zynga. I was sure this was Zenga, but it was Zynga. I was close. Ticking Time Bomb, Ellie Bamber. Sure, why not? Ecru, Ital, Seeds, Sham, Nene. Art Deco, a ton. Don't Move a Muscle. Really good long fill here. Control Chaos, Ticking Time Bomb, Don't Move a Muscle, and On a Positive Note. Those are our 4 grid spanners, and I like them all. Antoinette of Bourbon, another tough trivia answer. It was fortunate just the way that those crossers played out because Antoinette just seemed like an obvious solution. GTO, I love Dazed and Confused. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm probably going to watch it tonight thanks to this. Also, like, kind of on a Parker Posey kick because of White Lotus. I just recently watched Best in Show, and I think Parker Posey might be like the greatest actress of this or any generation. White Lotus is moving a little slow for my taste, but still very enjoyable. Shoemaker's Tool is an all. Oscar Wilde, The Ballad of Reading Gaol. I can't say that word. Kneel is to do that. Only the penitent man will pass, as Indiana Jones would say. CD cases, on a positive note, stood Essie, another really tough bit of trivia. Reno, not 911, but the Reno Aces. I've never actually been to Reno, the biggest little city on earth, but I'd like to go. So we have CD cases and DVD rental because we were living in the past. Dragon Con, another, I don't know if I would call this like trivia. I guess it is, like if you know. I did think it was going to be something con, but yeah, doozy. One of La Familia is La Madre, Lay, so back-to-back foreign fill. We've got Spanish and French, boom, boom. Each psilocybin. There was one day, I can't remember what the concert was that we had at the amphitheater, but someone had an old retrofitted school bus, not a full-size school bus, but more like a short bus. And on the front marquee, instead of saying like, Oscar Mayer Elementary or whatever, it said psilocybus. And I'm guessing that guy was intimately familiar with psilocybin and all of its benefits. Seems like a really good way to get pulled over, driving the psilocybus, but what do I know? Dues. Raisa. I can't believe that I knew the answer to this, that Mikhail Gorbachev's name is Raisa. But I really did. Like, I just knew that, and I plugged it in, and it was right. Nova is a cosmic explosion. Concert goer. Daisy chain. Maze is way out fun. Kites, smile, edges. Patch. I don't, like, edges and sides both would have worked, so, yeah. Patch up. G-Man is about J. Edgar Hoover. I feel like J. Edgar Hoover, for people of my generation, is just like a name. I know he ran the FBI. I know that he was a legendary cross-dresser. But I don't really know a whole lot about him. I think he was like the most powerful man in America, pretty much, at some point. Maybe I should read that book. I bet it's available at my local library. Able, Kid, IRA, and Mum's the Word. So we did it, and we did it in sub 20, which feels really good. I'm going to say this was like an 8 out of 10 difficulty, though, just because of the challenging fill and the challenging cluing. Put those things together, and you've got a ticking time bomb. But we found our way out of this controlled chaos, and on a positive note, we were able to solve this in sub 20. So, hey, there we go. What a Saturday. It's still snowing, by the way, just checking to make sure. So yeah, that's it. We solved a puzzle together as a team. Love that for us. If you enjoyed watching this video, then click the like button so that I know you enjoyed it. And so that YouTube knows you enjoyed it also. That's very important to the whole algorithm. And if you want to see more videos of this type, then you can just subscribe to this channel. This is the only kind of video you're going to get here on the Crossboss channel. Also funny, I call my channel Crossboss. I never say that word. I never tell you my name. Really weird. I'm so bad at hosting a vlog, but my name is Morgan. I call myself the Crossboss, and that's what this channel is. So like it, subscribe it, and most importantly, I hope you'll join me again next time for another solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.